Hello, everybody, and welcome to Rivalry Wednesday here from the Convocation Center. It's the Coal Bowl on the court between IUP and Cal U. It's going to be another important one. Colin Kirkwood and Nolan Beislein with you here. Nolan, Cal U's looking for a signature win to try to climb their way into this regional poll.
Yeah, really looking for a signature win here late in the season. I mean, we saw the women upset number 4 IUP. So anything's possible here late, and the way the men have been playing, I wouldn't be surprised if we could see another upset.
Crimson Hawks come in today's matchup ranked 9th in the entire country right now. And the last time these two teams got together, Vulcans took the lead into the locker room at the half, but just couldn't hold on as they dropped a margin by 86 to 69. Not exactly what they were looking for.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for, but anytime you play up an IUP, it's always much of a challenge as it is here. But Luke House and Tim Smith both combined for 35 points. So you're going to look to see two of the freshman starters get rolling once again, as well as Brent Pegram.
Vulcans coming off a loss right now as they dropped a contest. Back on Wednesday, they had the Saturday bye to UPJ, 103 to 94. However, IUP, they picked up a win, 96 to 60 on Saturday over the Rock.
Yeah, IUP really relies on senior Malik Miller, scoring a game-high 28 points. So, wherever Malik may be is where you want one of your best defenders on him.
Only 6 games left here on the ledger for Cal U, and they definitely are looking to play for seeding at this point. They have clinched their way into the PSAC tournament. They're just trying to figure out where they're going to sit here, and a win today could definitely benefit them. Try to hold on to those top 4 spots, heading at 4th right now.
Yeah, currently in 4th, and a win today could be large as well as the rest of the way. I mean, right behind Mercyhurst, and who knows, even Pitt Johnstown, if they start losing the rest of the way. You never know what can happen, especially in college basketball, Colin.
Both these teams getting ready to farm their way onto the court, but really, like we said, Nolan, trying to get a signature win, find yourself into those region rankings here. Of course, the D2 SIDA Men's Atlantic Region poll as of February 10th. Cal U sits at number 9. Top 8 make it, as we know here. They were 8th after their loss to UPJ back on Wednesday. They dropped to the 9th spot, and who else but PSAC foe Mercyhurst sitting in that 8th spot.
Yeah, excuse me, right there. Mercyhurst right there in front of them, but a win today I would have to say, no doubt, bump them up into that top 8.
We'll be keeping an eye on Mercyhurst as well as a couple of other games as teams are playing for their seeding right now, so we'll see who ends up bringing one out. But of course, looking here on the court today, let's check out both of our sets of starters. We'll kick it off with what IUP is going to bring to the court, Nolan.
Yeah, IUP number 0, Dave Morris. Number 1, Malik Miller. Number 3, Armani Foster. Number 11, Ethan Porterfield. And number 13, Shondale Jones. That's what IUP's bringing to this Cal U squad.
Let's see what the Vulcans will bring to the floor here. They'll start out number 0, Jermaine Hall. He's the combo sophomore from Baltimore, Maryland. Number 2, Tim Smith Jr., the combo freshman from Lakewood, Ohio. Number 3, Zion Collins, the guard sophomore from South Riding, Virginia. Number 5, Brent Pegram, the guard junior from Upper Marlboro, Maryland. And number 11, Luke House, the combo freshman from Norristown, PA.
Yeah, Cal U, pretty much rotating the same squad over and then bringing in those key players off the bench. But gonna look to, try to upset IUP. Easy as that.
IUP's only lost 2 games on the season so far, and they're looking to continue their role here. Top-ranked team in the region, of course. So they've got a lot to play for. They want to try and have that Atlantic tournament at home in their backyard.
Yeah, having that tournament at home in their backyard is really strong, especially having it during, semester, still having students there on campus, as Coach Joe Lombardi really looking to continue his success here in his 14th season already.
Only 2 losses they have on the ledger for IUP is on the road at Shippensburg, a place where Cal U lost, and also on the road at Mercyhurst. So maybe that might be why they find themselves in the top 8, since they were able to defeat these Crimson Hawks.
Yeah, and IUP, they just lost that game. I believe that was last weekend,
February 1st on Saturday.
So a little bit ago, but still a great performance overall, by IUP all this season. As always, they're normally up there towards the top, and Cal U's looking to shut them down here tonight.
Crowd starting to file their way in here for this matchup. Like we said, the last time they got together was an 86 to 69 loss for Cal U, and the history between these teams really hasn't been that kind, as the Vulcans are on a 12-game losing streak against these Crimson Hawks in the modern era.
Yeah, tough losing streak at the moment for Cal U. Cal U really back in their prime, though, right now after, they haven't made the postseason in 5 years, so really able to show IUP something different. Lost up there in IUP, but coming back home, see what what the Vulcans can show in front of this full crowd here tonight.
It was a great performance for them up through that half. They were really keeping IUP from shooting that perimeter shot. They struggled to shoot throughout the first half in the first meeting between the two of them. And unfortunately, it's just they happen to be one of the best teams in the region and as well as in America, and that's what good teams do. They face adversity and they find their way out of it, and that's what they did. But really great defensive effort.
Yeah, I mean, Cal, you're just going to look for that same sort of defensive effort here, man-to-man, playing tight, not letting anybody get open, as we saw during the women's game as well.
Both teams set ready for the tip here tonight from the Convo Center. Colbo on the court, getting ready to kick its way off. Tip won by the Crimson Hawks, and here we go. Bring a new crimson look to their uniforms here. No one quite a look for them. I mean, they normally had some black road uniforms, but now I like this crimson. What do you think?
Yeah, I really like the color. I mean, numbers are kind of tough to see, but for them it looks very nice.
First 2 points up for the ball game on the side of IUP. It's Dave Morris with 2.
Dave Morris working down low. A redshirt freshman, 6'1" guard, just really working around that defense for the Vulcans.
Zion Collins off the roll, tossed that one up, followed the second chance, nothing going. Rebound, Crimson Hawks. Onto the outside, three-point shot, put up, missed it. Second chance, rebound, up, put away.
Yeah, put that one away, able to get up over Zion Collins. I believe that's number 11, Ethan Porterfield, 6'8", just using his height over a smaller defender there. His Coach Schenk on the play before was not happy as there was no call on the play.
Quick 4-0 run here for IUP to get things started off the putback from Porterfield. Here's House onto the inside, able to pull off his matchup, off the glass and count it.
Great play there by House, able to work around Miller and just put that one away for the 2.
Pass on to the outside. Off ball, Porterfield up to claim this one. Now back for Morris. Just like that, ball's heading the other way.
Yeah, I believe they called IUP there for an illegal screen almost. So Cal, you're going to look to try and get some of their key players in the foul trouble here early.
Brent Pegram holds on to this one. A quick stab there for Morris to try to make him lose it, but Pegram able to hold on and shed that basketball. There's a long shot up. It's Jermaine Hall, nothing going.
Jermaine Hall really been active as of late on the scoring side of things, so looking for another good game, especially against IUP.
You can really call him Mr. First Half. He was blazing from the field against UPJ back on Wednesday to start that first half off. Missed there, rebound goes for Hall. Now Cal U in transition. Here's House. Back out. Now Pegram kicking out a long ranger off the front, can't get it.
Off the front there. Brent Pegram not able to get that one to fall, but taking those open shots is what Cal's going to need to do the rest of the night. They're not always going to be there. Whenever you have it, you need to take advantage of it.
Long one for the Crimson Hawks, nothing going. Collins went up for the rebound. Punched out, and it'll go back to IUP.
It looked as though it tipped off the fingers. Can't catch a number. Looks as though that may be Miller again.
Do apologize. It is a bit tough to see the black lettering from where we are at this point in time. So if we do make any mistakes, don't hold it against us.
Yeah, they don't make them friendly at all.
Onto the inside. Here's an attack. Shot thrown up. Nothing going there for Armani Foster. Now they'll push it the other way. 2-on-2. Up for it, and Hall, and foul called.
A great play there by Hall. It looked as though that he may have went to Pegram, but kept it himself, drew the foul to the line for 2.
It'll be Miller picking up foul number 1, second on the team, and will send Hall to shoot at the line.
Yeah, Hall 26 for 39 coming into this one.
Put that out at 66.7% for him. First one, steps into it, got it. He just could not miss in the first half of that UPJ game. He was hitting threes from all over the place. It was something, let me tell you.
Yeah, I wasn't there able to watch it, and I would have to agree with you on everything you said. Really was on a hot performance that game.
There's 2 for Hall, makes it 4-4. Saw in the last match between the two, there wasn't a lot of pace. We saw a lot of teams go deep into the shot clock on their possession, both sides. So we'll see if that continues to be the trend here today. One's thrown up, missed off the side. Scooped up by Pegram. Now he can dash the other way. Dumps off here, Smith. It's going to the outside, three-point shot up. Missed it. Rebound, Crimson Hawks.
Just off, sorry to cut you off there, Colin. Didn't mean to, just off, but kind of almost seems as though he's trying to force that one, get it off right away.
It's just the early feeling out process of the game here. Both teams trying to really gauge each other and what we're going to see on both offensive and defensive ends. Stolen there by Pegram off the pass from Porterfield. Tried to go cross with that one. Nothing going. Crowd still filing their way here into the Convo Center for this one. On the outside. It's Pegram in a one-on-one. 10 to shoot for Cal U. Tried to feed over to Smith. That one's kicked out of bounds. And we'll stay with the Vulcans here. It looks like we'll have one check in for the Crimson Hawks. It'll be Chucky Humphreys, number 4, and it'll bring us to our first media timeout. Nolan, we've got a chance. Let's check out how the matchup between the two of these teams looks.
Yeah, the matchup almost near and near for points. IUP at 83 points per game as Cal U's at 82, but IUP only letting up about 65 per game while Cal is up there in the 74 range. Field goal percentage, IUP rocking at a 49.4 right now, where Cal's right behind at 45.3. And the three-point percentage, Cal U's leading that area, 37.4 to 35.2. So be interesting to see if the Vulcans will go for more of a three-type shot and turnovers. IUP leads Cal by 0.5, 13.0 to 12.5. So during the women's game, we saw a lot of turnovers early from the Crimson Hawks. So it'll be interesting to see if the men may fall into that same category.
Vulcans upset IUP here at home in that women's matchup, only shooting 28% from the field.
And that was,
see if the men's team could follow in those winning ways.
It was a crazy game, I'd have to say, but for this game, hope men will be looking to do the same thing. Hoping for the same magic at least.
Almost ready to get things back. It'll be Zion Collins on the inbound to the far side. Been rather quiet in the past couple of games. Haven't really seen him towards the top of the score sheet, but I mean, he's the kind of guy that when you talk to him, that doesn't matter to him. As long as his team's getting the job done, he is totally fine with wherever he comes up. Luke House with a 3, 2 seconds left on the shot clock. Off the back, missed it.
Off the back, kind of had to get that one off. He struggled to get that one in, just had to throw it to Tremaine Hall, and Zion Collins tried to find an open option, but nothing there.
Over to that far side. I thought about a 3 there. Really curled up the shot, and Morris onto the inside. Snatched away. It's Collins with pace the other way, missed it off the side. And the foul call as Luke House went inside, trying to steal it back.
Yeah, it looked as though everybody was trying to man Zion Collins there as he came in towards the basket. It looked as though there were about 4, and the ball came to one of the Hawks as House tried to help out as much as possible.
Still square at 4 apiece here. Up top, hanging out with Humphreys, now back over to that far side. Off to work they go, able to pull up for a shot, a 10 off the side. Crimson Hawks snatch the board, turnaround shot on the way, missed that one too. Yeah. Scooped up off the ground there by Hall. Outside, it's Pegram trying to shake his matchup loose. On in he goes, kick out to the corner. Here's Hall with a 3. Yes, sir, put it in the books, give him 3.
Yeah, great find there from Pegram. Able to work around the far side and get Hall there for the 3.
Up top now, Miller. They go inside, it's a one-on-one for Porterfield and Smith. Porterfield looks for a matchup. Room over the top, off the side, nothing going.
Yeah, lots of work being almost that dirty work as they call it down by the boards here tonight. And it's an interesting matchup here early. that not a lot of the teams are going for a 3.
Here's Pegram onto the inside, threw it up, foul call.
Great work from Pegram there, able to drive in on Miller. I believe that'd be his second of the game here so far.
It's the senior from Farrell, PA for the Crimson Hawks. You put him in foul trouble. That could pose some issues for these Crimson Hawks. But here's Pegram up to the line now.
And Malik Miller leads that team in points at just over 18, so.
Pegram steps up 77.2% on the year. First one's good, one on the way in for IUP.
And if you're Vulcans, you want Pegram to get to the line as much as possible, especially with that high percentage.
It's Sean Dale Jones checking back in. Nothing going on the second, so a split trip for Brent Pegram. Still 8-4. Still working along the top here near that foul line. Now they'll charge in. Threw up a shot. And will that one count? I believe it will. And Coach Sancombe is on the court here halfway through, really letting his players know.
And Coach Sancombe not happy. It looked as though may have been towards Jermaine Hall, has jumped a little bit, and then as the IUP forward was able to get by him.
It's Foster at the line looking for an and one. Yes, sir. 8-7.
8-7, and those are the mistakes that you can't really cost you in the end run against, especially against a team like IUP.
Tim Smith up top, almost lost, but able to corral it. Zion Collins with the lob onto the inside for Smith. Just couldn't quite catch up to it here. That's turned over.
A tough play there by Tim Smith. Not much room down low to work. Collins just tried to get it to him down low in the paint.
IUP, a team that really brings a lot of skill night in and night out. Fed onto the inside for Porterfield, off the glass and good. Give them two more, but just to give you the kind of idea of the success they're looking for here for this program, they started off their season with a scrimmage against Elon, a Division I school, and almost beat them. Took it to overtime. They lost 79-71. So they've got a standard.
Yeah, I mean, IUP always been known for their basketball programs, if it's either men or the women's side of things, and just a continuous program. Seems as though every year we talk about them being good, and it hasn't let up yet.
Armani Foster picked up foul number 1, and they'll send Zion Collins to the line. Makes the first. It's the fourth foul on the Crimson Hawks here. 2 in Alexander and Babatunde of GK onto the court for Cal U.
It's great to see Ajuki back into this one after missing a couple games with that apparent hand injury.
Missed the back. Actually was out of the lineup for quite some time as he was fighting the flu. Finally managed to find his way back into action here after talking with Coach Sancombe a few times the past couple of weeks. He's really happy with the team right now, saying that the health of the team is probably as close to as good as they've been since the beginning of the season, and that's a great time to start finding yourself getting healthy late in the season.
Yeah, being able to have that full bench is key, especially trying to make a late run in the playoffs.
Kick outside, it's a Zion Collins three-point opportunity. Give him the long ranger, 3 more.
A great play there by Brent Pegram. Once again, they'll find his fellow partner from the DMV area, Zion Collins, for that 3.
Back on top here, 12-11. Porterfield along the elbow. Pass out on the inside for Foster. Yes, sir, count it. Tough effort there. Defense all over him, and he's able to get it to go.
Yeah, Foster working around GK and able to throw that one up for the and one.
Brought it to another media timeout here, and now we can see how the PSAC West looks at this point in time. Both of these teams fighting for top 4 seeding. IUP and Cal U, both clinched.
Yeah, both these teams up in the top 4. IUP, of course, up top with 19-2 overall record. Pitt Johnstown, though, right behind them, 19-5. Mercyhurst, 14-7 so far. Cal U, but right there with them at 15-7. Gannon, 12-9, and then the rest of the way, Slippery Rock, Seton Hill, Clarion, and Edinboro, which for this Vulcans team takes on Edinboro this upcoming weekend.
Slippery Rock holding on to that 6th spot right now, 7-10. One berth left to be awarded for the PSAC West as Gannon down on the 5 seed. They have clinched right now. One left.
Yeah, one left, and I mean, you never know who it could be down there from that 6 or even the 7, but most likely I would have to say it's going to be Slippery Rock, and it's going to slip into that final spot. And Slippery Rock taking on Pitt Johnstown tonight, so interesting one to keep an eye on.
We have been checking it out right now. 5-4. Rock in the lead, 15:59 left in that first half, so that would be a big win for SRU.
Yeah, I know. In the past game for the Rock, they took on, I believe it was IEP, but Micah Tills had close to 28 points, I believe it was, and he was 5 for 10 from three-point range, so really picking it up here towards the end of the season, which is good for the Rock, but not for the Vulcans.
It's Foster at the line once again. He made his first. Second is good. 2-point lead for the Crimson Hawks. It's been a back and forth affair so far at this point in time. Almost stolen. Pegram trying to chase it down. He's got it. He'll cross midcourt once again. GK with the screen. Kick back out. Here's Collins on the roll. Into the corner. It's a GK with a long 2. Off the side. Rebound Crimson Hawks.
Interesting shot there from the GK. Thought maybe he was going to bring that one in towards the hoop. Not doing so there on that 2-point play.
Tried to feed Porterfield on the inside and just really missed everything.
Yeah, it looked as though it may have been a miscommunication, as I believe that was Morris that didn't find Porterfield there.
The GK just along that perimeter mark. Back out, here's a Pegram 3-point shot. Jumps high for that one. Was on line, just missed it right off the back. Perhaps a bit too much on it. Now on transition the other way, 2 more for the Crimson Hawks. It's Shawndale Jones.
This game's starting to pick up in pace a little bit more. Her team's going back and forth.
Here's Alexander, 3-point shot for himself off the back again. Just a bit too much strength from these so far the past couple times.
A bit too much strength, able to get it to the hoop, not seeing them airball, but just a little bit too long here going out the back.
Here's a steal for Pegram. 1-on-1 the other way, just has to finish it off the front net.
A great steal there from Pegram, and then able to put that one away for the 2. Not much he can complain about there.
Vulcans trying to defend their home court here. 8-1 on the season from the Convocation Center and Hamer Hall combined. But on this campus, they're 8-1, trying to keep that lone loss the only one. The 3 points there for IUP.
Yeah, 3 points there, and as you said, you know, really using that home crowd as an advantage this entire season.
Brent Pegram on the opposite end splashes another basket home. 2 more.
Pegram working down through the middle, just taking what's given to him. It would do a little shazazzle, put that one up for 2.
Shazazzle, gotta tell you, I like that. If we can get that on the t-shirt and sell it, I would. 1 set to check in for IUP at the next stoppage. They continue to fire away from 3 and put another one away.
Yeah, once again, another one in IEP starting to heat up here, as I thought they were 2 for 8. I thought they made a couple more than 2 3-pointers so far.
40% they are from behind the arc and 3-point land. There's another steal. Stepping in front of that, mirrored it the whole way, was Humphreys, and now Porterfield went up right on inside. We'll have a chance to shoot for 2 on the way.
And another chance here for 2. IEP really starting to push the pace here, making Caillou work on the defensive side and drawing the fouls, as looks as though Jermaine Hall will be coming back into this one.
A GK picks up foul number 2, and that's 4th on the team as it sends Porterfield to the line. First shot for him is off the back. Porterfield so far on the season, a 77.3% free throw shooter, as Jermaine Hall subs back in for Caillou. Next one on the way for Porterfield. That one is good. Anthony White also onto the court for IUP, subbing out Dave Morris.
You're doing good seeing these names, because I can, or the numbers, because I cannot see them at the moment. So congrats to you.
Hey, as long as one of us gets them, that's all right. Here's Luke House with a 3-point shot off the back. Chase down, another chance on the way. Anytime you give yourself a chance at another possession, really pay dividends. What a fake there for House. Puts it in for 2.
Yeah, great move there by House. Able to fake out Humphreys, thinking he was going up for it. Puts that one away for the 2.
And on the defensive end, up top now, Humphreys working on Alexander. Feedback off another 3, and that one was oddly tossed. Grabbed right by Pegram on the line. Here's Collins, up he goes, throwing it down. Zion Collins with a thunderous dunk to get this crowd on their feet.
A great throw down there by Collins. Usually you don't always get to see a dunk, but whenever you can, always gets the crowd up and going, as well as the bench.
About 8 minutes left to go before we hit the halftime mark. It's been a close one so far, 23-20. Crimson Hawks shooting relatively well from the field, 50% on the dot, only taking 18 shots total. Vulcans 38.9, bodied up. They'll say the shot doesn't count.
Like as though they're calling the foul on Brent Pegram there.
It'll be the first for him and 5th on the team, and we will send it to a quick commercial break here. Vulcans trail by 3, 23-20. 7:54 left to go in the first half of action. Stay tuned for more Vulcans men's basketball right here on the PSAC network, as well as CUTV Sports 1. Back to the Convocation Center. There's a great view of this facility. Cal U trailing by 3, 23-20.
Yeah, lots of back and forth action here. Cal U starting to come back here as IUP kind of ran away with about back-to-back threes almost. So really looking for some sort of offensive presence here. There's about 7:54 left, trying to hold IUP from scoring as much as they are here.
Both teams shooting well as of late right now. 4 of their last 5 from the field for Cal U. 7 of their last 8 for the Crimson Hawks. It looks like both teams starting to get dialed in here late in the first half.
Yeah, both teams. It was a little bit of a slower start as it was for the women's game, but now here in the men's game, faster pace now kicking in.
Off the feed, right up and good for the Crimson Hawks. 2 more for Foster. He's got 14.
Wow. Doesn't seem like he's scoring that much, but apparently he is.
Shot up in the corner. Hall thought he had it chased down by House. Another opportunity on the way. Pegram steps into a long 3-pointer. Yes, sir, long ranger again.
Yeah, great work there by Luke House to be able to get that rebound and then be able to get it back to Brent Pegram for the 3. And Vulcan's really stepping up their rebounding game as of late.
Like we said at the beginning here, if you're able to get yourself plenty of rebounds, both offensively and defensively, that puts you in a great position to win a game. Travel called, ball back to the Vulcans. 1 check-in on the way for IUP after that.
Looks as though it's Malik Miller. Got that one down.
He'll have to play a bit smarter here. He's got 2 fouls on the day so far. You don't want to pick up a third one, pardon me, and head into the half. I'm going to play very gingerly. 3 shot up off the front, rebound IUP.
Yeah, it's tough to be at that 2 foul mark already. Not even near the end of the first half yet.
Miller works on. They work around the perimeter here. It's Collins in on the defensive end, 10 to shoot for IUP. Short shot, second chance opportunity is thrown up and a foul call. It'll be defensive.
I believe that was on Alexander there.
Coach Sancombe getting vocal once again.
I caught it on Luke House, actually.
That's the number 2 on House, 6 on the team. 2 opportunities coming up here. And that is one of the oddest free throw forms I think I have ever seen in my career here working for CUTV. It's Humphreys with the one-hander.
Yeah, and you never see that.
Well, you're just shocked over there, aren't you?
I've never seen a one-handed free throw.
I've seen plenty of things just from being a basketball fan over the years, but Humphreys with another one-hander off the back. I would imagine that Humphreys converts at a high rate, but he does at 55.6% on the year despite missing those two.
That's interesting play, I would have to say. No doubt about it, as IUP starts his trap almost.
Tim Smith back into the ball game for Cal U. Collins throws that one away immediately. Coach Hancom not very happy about that. Now they'll get another opportunity. On the outside, teeing up a long ranger for the Crimson Hawks. Straight through for Humphreys.
Interesting press there for the trap. Almost that IUP brought there, but trying to slow Cal U down from working it.
It worked to perfection for the Crimson Hawks. We'll see if they pull that out of their back pocket again later in this one. Pegram with a step-back shot. Off. Chased down. Able to be saved, however, by Collins. Now Tim Smith with a three-point shot of his own. Count it.
Yeah, great save there by Zion Collins to keep that one in, and Tim Smith just throws that one up into the three-point range and makes that one fall. 19 for 63, just over 30% on the year.
Back up to the top here. No hesitation shot off the front. Rebound IUP. They feed inside. Tough matchup there and able to finish. I'll tell you what, he had a really tough angle at the basket. He was able to put that one away. Goodness.
Able to work down low, and once again, Coach Shankham not happy again with the play down low.
It's Foster back to the line. Foster has 16 of the team's 30. Everybody else on the roster in single digits except for him. With a chance to stay perfect at the line. All and ones, and he adds another.
I know Foster's not the name that I would think you or me thought of would have this many points, this much time left in this half.
He played tough in the previous matchups between these two. Just remember him from over the years, but plenty of other players you might have pointed your finger towards on this team to be leading. Here's Pegram off the roll, bounced out, swung right back into the face there of Hall. He's able to hold on to it, and Collins kind of pinned up against him, and they fall on top of it. And it looks like, well, I'm waiting to see the jump ball call here. The arrow reads Cal U. Lucky break there, no.
Yeah, lucky break there for Cal U. Jermaine Hall just not able to grab it. It was like pretty much almost slippery ball there, just not able to grab it. Able to at least draw the jump ball, and Coach Lombardi's not happy.
16 seconds left on the shot clock when they re-inbound this one. Pegram on the break, retreats to the opposite side and brings it across half court once again. Brent Pegram spin off for a three-point chance for Hall. Cans it.
Jermaine Hall once again starting to heat up, and that's what you need for Cal U, making sure that you can keep some of these key players hot the rest of the way.
For IUP, it's definitely not the guy you want to see start heating up here late in the first half. Still a 2-point lead, though, for these Crimson Hawks. One set to come in for IUP at the next stoppage. Off onto the inside. Tossed right out of bounds. It will stay IUP ball. I believe it was Smith who got a hand on it and ultimately forced it out of bounds.
Looks as though maybe number 5.
It's Dave Morris back in for Cal U, number 0.
Yeah, 1 for 2 now on the day.
Here's Porterfield for the glass shot. Tim Smith almost punched that back up. Second chance going. Third chance, still batting around. It's like a game of beach volleyball. Back onto the outside. Another three-point opportunity off the front. Chase down. It's Smith holding onto this one.
Lots of battles going down along the boards, and that's really what's both sides. It's not just this IUP side. It's even on the Cal U side. Really fighting for the ball, as Cal U already at 20 or at 14 rebounds, and IUP down there at 20.
The first foul called on Porterfield, and that is number 5 on the team. It's been a staunch one-on-one for Pegram so far. threw that one up and somehow is able to draw the foul. Really had to sell that one, but he got it.
Yeah, really had to sell that one. Didn't think he was going to be able to pull that off.
It'll be the first foul for Dave Morris, and that's number 6 on the team. Well, we've got a chance, Nolan. Let's check out some of these team leaders.
Yeah, for the team leaders, for the Vulcans, Brent Pegram up there at 20 points per game. Right below him, Jermaine Hall averaging about 7.4 rebounds per game. And Brent Pegram once again at 111 assists and 42 steals. As we look at the IUP leaders, we look at Malik Miller at 18.7 points per game. Demo Guarina's up there at about 9 rebounds per game. Morris at 87 assists, Foster at 37 steals, and Foster plays the most with 33 minutes on the year.
Some of the other notable matchups we're looking at right now, Mercyhurst and Gannon going at it from Gannon. About 5 minutes left to go in the first half of that one. The Knights hold the lead 23-20 over the Lakers. The Battle of Erie.
Yeah, Battle of Erie up there. Cold weather brings everybody in, so I'm sure that's a packed arena up there as well.
Over on the eastern side, Shippensburg visiting Millersville tonight. About 11 and a half minutes left to go in the first half of that one. Raiders with a 17-8 lead. Had a short stay in the top 25, but ultimately find themselves on the outside looking in once again, despite having themselves a monster year.
Yeah, Shippensburg, one of those teams that you can never really doubt, especially we saw it whenever.
19-4, and they've only lost 2 games in conference.
Yeah, it's crazy to think that. We saw it whenever we traveled down to Shippensburg. I didn't realize they were that powerful, and they're like the IUP of the East.
They've got themselves quite a home court advantage in Hydges Fieldhouse as Pegram gets the first chance to fall. Next one on the way. Hits the shimmy, tosses it up, bounce it in. Of course, don't forget this was a 3-point opportunity, so they're not leaving it. One more on the way.
And this is pretty much, if he can drain it, pretty much a 3.
It's exactly a 3. That's how the math equates out, buddy. But third one is on the way, and just like that, he tied the game and took the lead by 1.
Okay, great free throws there from Pegram, as we said earlier, up there around that 78%, so really reliable.
It's a 6-0 run starting to form for Cal U now. Towards the far side, thrown in, Porterfield working on Smith. Another foul call. Tim Smith got a bit handsy there and drew his first foul, and it's the 8th on the team. So Porterfield will step to the line once again. He's 1 of 2 on the trip. Football team trying to do the best they can to throw off Porterfield from the line, making it loud on the 1-and-1. Got it.
I was wondering what that noise was at first, so I looked down there and see a full football team, but it's great to see that they're out here supporting both the men's and women's team here tonight.
Next one on the way for Ethan Porterfield. Cans both of them. It's a 1-point lead now for the Crimson Hawks, 33-32. 3 minutes and some change left to go here before we hit the halftime mark. It was a closely contested first half between the two of these teams. The last time around, Vulcans took the lead into the dressing room. Nothing going on that attempt, though. Collins hops right back up and now onto the opposite end. Up for a soft flush there for Humphreys.
Humphreys just throws that one right up, and once again, IUP just back out and rolling again here.
Tim Smith, Alexander up top, out and around. Off the spin there, 2 more good for Jermaine Hall. Everybody was kind of held up on the collision that happened towards the top of the paint there, but 2 more out of the midst for Hall.
Yeah, I couldn't tell who got caught up in the top, but they collided with Phil Alexander and pretty much led for Jermaine Hall to be able to drive towards the net and put that one away.
Pegram takes a hit there, and Porterfield rolls off and puts 2 away.
And Porterfield just working down low. That paint, using the big body of his, as always, 6'8" body. As a freshman, too, so something to watch out for in the near future.
Got a Sharon PA and Sharon High. There's 2 for Tim Smith. Off balance jumper goes.
Tim Smith once again getting activated here, and that's somebody that you always look towards, as he's up there with 5 points already on the day. Perfect on the day too.
Here's Porterfield again. Porterfield-Smith, the matchup has been down low the past couple of times. Turnaround shot, nothing going. Rebound, Cal U.
You looking to take the lead once again here.
Tried to feed inside of the cutting Alexander. That one turned over, and now the Crimson Hawks push things in transition. 2 more for them.
Back and forth action here between the rivals going at each other. Really not much defense on either side at the moment.
39-36. Still only a 1-possession game. Both teams 3 of their last 4 from the field, respectively. Now it's Pegram trying to create some space. Ended up losing his dribble there, and now IUP, they've got numbers the other way. Have to throw that one up. It goes back the other way.
I don't know what he was trying to throw up there, or if he just kind of lost it out of his hands.
I thought they were going for the alley-oop there.
Yeah, it almost looked as though, but totally lost it there.
It's about 1:13 left here. We'll go ahead and just keep it here so far, Nolan. We'll just chat about some of the different things going on in this game right now. Both teams having relative success so far from the field, both in the 40s, 46.9 for IUP and about 43 for Cal U.
Yeah, both teams really shooting the ball well now here for the second half of this first half, as you would say. IUP just able to score some more points here, had this 3-point lead, as Cal U anytime seems as though they get the lead, it's some sort of defensive breakdown, but IUP is able to get the lead right back from them.
Just like you said in the pregame and the first media timeout, a lot of the stats for both of these teams very, very similar, and just like you said, the field goal percentage only a slight edge.
Yeah, it was that range there, the field goal percentage and or the points against per game, but other than that, it is near to perfect. These two teams always near to perfect.
About a minute left to go. Over into the corner, it's Alexander back out with Pegram now. Under a minute now. They bring the double and trying to clog things up. Here's Alexander off the catch. Clean block for Crimson Hawks, and Alexander picks up a foul trying to poke it away in transition.
And once again, Coach Shankum not happy. It's almost kind of a lazy foul there. Not trying to let the fast break happen once again.
It'll be the 9th foul on the team. His free throws on the way. It was the first for Alexander. First one is good off the 1-of-1. Next one coming. For Shondale Jones. It's the first one on the day for Jones. Jones shooting 76.2% on the year. Misses the second right into the hands of Smith.
And just under a minute, Cal U going to try to close this one in as close as possible here.
Crimson Hawks bring a tough look here, having to pass out of it. They do so to perfection. Now here's Collins off the roll. Foul call.
Late foul there, called as after I got the shot off.
Surprised, just like you said.
Yeah, I was surprised they called it. I didn't know what they're exactly going to call there, but Zion Collins go to the line, try to make that one up.
Chucky Humphreys picks up foul number 1. That's the 7th on the team. It sends Zion Collins back to the charity stripe. He's 1 of 2 on the day. Finishes off the first. Looks like 1 checking back in for the Crimson Hawks. That's Malik Miller.
Malik Miller, student or athlete of the week up there at IUP this past week.
Pardon me, that ended up being Armani Foster.
Ooh.
Oh no, I was correct. It was Malik Miller. 2 of 2 on that trip either way for Zion Collins, but yeah, just like you said, Nolan, big accolade.
And big accolade. Always trying to help his points, and as we saw, normally leads the team up there around 18.7 points tonight, kind of quieter here. Actually, really quiet, 0 points.
Yeah, I was just going to say, real quiet here. Vulcan's doing a great job locking him up on the defensive end. Foster's been leading the way with 17. It's a 1-on-1 up top here. 7 to shoot for IUP. Got a 2 or 3 second difference between shot and game clock here. Off the roll, onto the inside. Right at the buzzer, it was thrown up. And they stop at 2 seconds. Coach Shankum looking for a shot clock violation. Not saying they got it off in time, but they'll call a foul instead.
Yeah, at least most likely still give Caillou a chance to get some sort of shot off before halftime, but
It's number 2 for Alexander.
I thought the shot clock was a factor in that as well.
It's the 9th on the team. Actually, 10th on the team, pardon me. First one is good to go for Foster, and it's one coming in for these Crimson Hawks with 2 seconds left before we hit the half.
Yeah, Shondale Jones entered the game there.
Next one on the way. Another one good for Foster. Here we go with 1 second left. Threw it up. Missed it off to the left. It was pretty close, but that will bring us to the break. IUP leading 41-38. It's been a back and forth game so far, Nolan. Both teams really showed off and had their runs to keep things relatively even. But what do you think Caillou needs to do to try to snap this long losing streak against the Crimson Hawks here tonight?
I think it's more just of a tighter defense, making sure not letting anybody wide open, just not making as many necessary fouls as what Caillou may have had made.
It was a close game going into the locker room the last time around here. Of course, IUP really shooting a lot better than they were the last time around. About 46% from the field, 33% from behind the arc. That'll bring us into the halftime coverage here. Gary Smith back at the PSAC inside from the CUTV studios. We'll be back after the break here. Let's check it out. Gary, what do you have?
Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Inside the PSAC. I'm your host, Gary Smith. As the season winds to its last 6 games, it's time to look back and see what happened this past weekend in the PSAC. And this week we're going to start on the women's side of things. Let's take a look at the scores from this past Saturday in the PSAC women's side. As you can see, a full slate of action in the PSAC. East Stroudsburg, 1-point win over Millersville. You see Gannon getting a win at Seton Hill. And then a close one, Bloomsburg and Shepherd. Shepherd getting the 2-point win. Kutztown over Lock Haven by 9. Shippensburg over Mansfield by 11. Mercyhurst over Clarion by 7 on the quick math right there. UPJ upsetting Edinburgh. And then Slippery Rock losing to IUP. And after those results, let's take a look at where everything stands. First, in the PSAC West, the standings, you can see 2 teams have clinched playoff berths. IUP 16-0, 21-1 overall in the top 5 in the country. And Gannon have clinched. Behind them, Caillou and Edinburgh will be fighting tooth and nail for that 3rd spot. Remember, the 3rd and 4th place teams will host a first-round PSAC playoff game on that first Monday in March. And then Pitt Johnstown, Seton Hill, and Mercyhurst are all fighting for that last spot. Now looking over in the PSAC East, where there is a lot of things still to be decided. Shippensburg, the only team with a asterisk for the clinching of a PSAC playoff berth. They are 13-4 overall, 16-7. And then you see Shepherd, Kutztown, and East Stroudsburg, all with 11 wins. They'll be fighting for spots 2 through 4. And then Lock Haven, Bloom, and Westchester appears to be fighting out for that 6th place spot. Now let's take a look at the PSAC athletes of the week. We're going to start in the East. Once again, Ariel Jones from Shippensburg. She averaged 35.0 points per game in a 2-0 week for the Red Raiders. And then the East had co-defensive players of the week this week. Mia Leonard of Millersville, she had 8 blocks and 8 rebounds in 2 games last week. And then Sydney Clayton of Shepherd, she had 5 blocks, a steal, and 5 rebounds, all in a big game against Bloomsburg. Let's look at the PSAC West players of the week. In the West offense, Amber Rentz from Mercyhurst, she had 56 points and will be just shy of the 1,000-point plateau she enters play this week. 14 rebounds, 5 assists in a dominating 2-0 week for the Lakers. And the West Defensive Player of the Week, Caillou's own Shauna Harrison. In 1 game, she got her 2nd consecutive double-double, 11 rebounds, 1 block, 5 steals, and a career-high 28 points at UPJ. Now let's take a look at the upcoming schedule for this week. First for that actually is for Saturday, so we're going to look at Caillou at Edinburgh. That'll be 1 o'clock. There we go. On Wednesday, February 8th, and I don't think I changed this graphic, so I'm going to have to go ahead and edit this. So I'm just going to say, let's take a look at the schedule this week. First, for this Wednesday, a couple big games highlighted by the big California and IUP game. And then moving on to this Saturday, another key West matchup as California goes to Edinburgh. They will play at 1 o'clock. Another couple games of note, Gannon at IUP. Mercyhurst and East Stroudsburg are off. But to keep track of everything going on in the PSAC, make sure to go to their website, psacsports.com. CalU.org for all of the information. And for CalU stuff, make sure you follow us and like and subscribe to our YouTube page, CUTV Sports 1, to get live notifications on when we are live for games or when coaches' shows go on. Also, like and follow our Twitter at CUTV_PA, easy for me to say. And then also for live audio of games, make sure to listen to our sister station, 91.9 FM, WCAL. After the break, we're going to look at the men's side of action in the PSAC.
Sometimes we can do things that exclude others.
You're still talking to your friends? It's complicated.
I think he went back in. We gotta go get him.
Welcome to Jumanji!
Even the smallest words and actions can have a big effect on someone. You have the skills. Because of you, someone's entire day, their year, or their life can change.
Remember, the future is in your hands.
Visit becauseofyou.org to learn more.
Totally, let's do it.
It's time to make the PSAC yours. More than 7,500 student athletes working to become champions in 23 championship sports at 18 universities, educating more than 118,000 students and supported by an alumni base of over 900,000. All in and all ready to make the PSAC yours. It's the Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference.
Consider the future. Your future. At California University of Pennsylvania, you can build your life your way because we believe in you. We invest in you, empower you to create the future you envision. We give you the tools and teaching so you can rise up and achieve. Don't settle for someone else's vision of you. Build you at CalU. Visit us at calu.edu.
And welcome back to this week's Inside the PSAC. Once again, I'm your host, Gary Smith. We just looked at the women's side of the conference. Now we're going to take a look at the men's side of the PSAC with 6 games left to go. Let's take a look at the scores and results from this past Saturday. A couple good ones and games of note. As you can see on the board, Gannon getting a win over Seton Hill 82-76. That was a close one. Shepherd over Blooms 85-74. And another game of note, UPJ over Edinboro, 98-73. So that's going to shuffle up the deck. Let's take a look at the standings after this past weekend in the PSAC West. You can see 5 of the 6 teams have clinched in the PSAC West. So IUP and UPJ will have the inside track for 1 and 2. Then Mercer's, CalU, and Gannon will be fighting for that 2 through 5 spot. And then looks like Slippery Rock, they have a 4-game lead over Seton Hill. So it looks like it's only a matter of days before the PSAC West playoff field is set. And if we go over into the PSAC East, things aren't as clear as much like the women's side. Only Shippensburg has attained an asterisk as a clinched team. They have come on as of late. They are 15-2 in conference, a several-game lead over East Stroudsburg. And it's going to be East Stroudsburg, Westchester, and Millersville, and Kutztown all really fighting. Even Lock Haven and Shepherd all fighting for that 3 through 6 spot. So make sure to pay attention to that. If you're a basketball fan, this is the best time of year as we come down to the final couple weeks of the season. Now let's take a look at the PSAC Athletes of the Week. First on the eastern side, Christian Kelly of Lock Haven getting another league accolade. He had 24 and 26 points in 2 games for the Bald Eagles last week. And on the east defensive side, Lamar Talley of Shippensburg, he had 7 rebounds in a 2-0 week, but that doesn't really go into account. He shut down the leading scorer for Westchester in a key win for the Raiders of Shippensburg. Now let's look over at the PSAC West. 2 teammates, both getting accolades this week. First on offense, Josh Wise from Washington, PA, of UPJ. He had averaged 24.9 points a game in 2 UPJ wins. And on the West Defensive Player of the Week, John Paul Kromka, also of UPJ, had 16 defensive rebounds, 12 block shots, and 4 steals in a 2-0 week for the Mountain Cats. Now let's take a look at the schedule for this upcoming week in the PSAC. First, we have this Wednesday highlighted at the top, the big rivalry game, IUP at Caillou, 7:30 at the Convocation Center. Other games to note, UPJ and Slippery Rock. UPJ trying to maintain that second spot, and Slippery Rock trying to solidify their final PSAC West playoff spot. And in the East, probably Westchester at Shepherd will be the other highlight game on February 12th. Now let's look at this weekend's games, and of course it'll look exactly the same as the women's schedule, but just the time's different. All the games will be at 3 o'clock. Caillou at Edinburgh, that's always an entertaining game from Macomb Fieldhouse. And then another game to note probably in the East, once again, Westchester and Bloomsburg, and then Lock Haven at Shippensburg, and both Mercyhurst and East Stroudsburg are off. So that will do it for this week. Make sure to follow along on the PSAC website at psacsports.org for everything PSAC related, and follow us and like and subscribe to our CUTV1 sports page to make sure you get live updates and live notifications when our games are live, both home and on the road. We're the only school that goes on the home and away for both radio and TV. Also follow along our Twitter, CUTV_PA. We'll have updates of when those links are live and crew pictures and general shenanigans from the crew. And then if you want to listen to the audio of the game, make sure to check out 91.9 FM WCAL and make sure to follow along for all Cal stuff, standings, scores, rosters, stories. Matt Kiefer, Alex King, and Lee Swartzfeger doing a great job keeping up to date in Caillou sports information. So that's it for this week's Inside the PSAC. We'll return you to second half action right now, right here on CUTV Sports 1.
Have you seen the new Caillou Vulcan logo around? Have you wondered where to get gear featuring it? Then go to CalVulcans.com and click Shop. Log on and browse a full selection of men's shirts, women's shirts, pullovers, hoodies, and more. All items feature customization with the new Caillou Vulcan logo and wordmark. The site also features a full selection of hats, tailgating items, and accessories. Don't be the last person to sport new Caillou Vulcan gear. Go to CalVulcans.com today.
Pride and passion drives the Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference. From 55 NCAA championship teams, 294 individual national champs, and counting. Who's next? Make the PSAC yours. PSAC Proud is winning in athletics and in the classroom. Over 3,100 PSAC student athletes are honored as scholar athletes. It's a perfect mix of athletics and academics. It's time to make the PSAC yours.
Sometimes we can do things that exclude others.
You still talking to your friend? It's complicated.
I think he went back in. We gotta go get him.
Welcome to Jumanji.
Even the smallest words and actions can have a big effect on someone. You have the skills. Because of you, someone's entire day, their year, or their life can change.
Remember, the future is in your hands.
Visit becauseofyou.org to learn more.
Totally, let's do it.
It's time to make the PSAC yours. More than 7,500 student athletes working to become champions in 23 championship sports at 18 universities, educating more than 118,000 students, and supported by an alumni base of over 900,000. All in and all ready to make the PSAC yours. It's the Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference.
Consider the future. Your future. At California University of Pennsylvania, you can build your life your way because we believe in you. We invest in you, empower you to create the future you envision. We give you the tools and teaching so you can rise up and achieve. Don't settle for someone else's vision of you. Build you at CalU. Visit us at calu.edu.
Welcome back. Colin Kirkwood and Nolan Beislein with you here. Second half just about ready to get underway. IUP in the lead 42-38, but let's check out some of these halftime stats. Nolan.
IUP up 42-38, as you said, Colin. IUP shooting, I believe that is 15 for 32 from the field goal range, as Cal U's at a 19 for 29. IUP 3 for 9 from the three-point range, as Cal is 5 for 15. Free throws, Cal 9 for 11, as IUP 9 for 13. Rebounds 22 to 16 IUP, 5 to 3 in steals for IUP, and IUP has 7 turnovers while Cal is at 6.
It's been relatively even the whole way through to this point in time. Only a 4-point lead. Just going to be a matter of who wants this one more and can play the smartest.
The largest lead for IUP's only been 7 points, so Cal able to keep it within reach. But Cal U going to look to come out here with a fresh start hot.
Vulcans have only had a largest lead of 4, so keeping it single digits for both of these teams, and that's really what you'd expect out of this rivalry.
Yeah, I mean, this rivalry really back and forth, and, you know, it can go either way, so I think the second half is going to be an explosive start for both teams, really coming out firing from all angles.
And let's not forget, Cal U is trying to snap a 12-game losing streak against IUP, and what a time to do it tonight.
Yeah, especially in front of the hometown crowd here. It would be a big one for sure.
Let's see who can pull this one out. Second half is a go. Toss to the outside. Held high. Coming off the roll, back out Porterfield. And he'll dump back off again. Gallop onto the inside for Miller. Missed that shot, went for a tip in. Scooped up by Pigra.
And big defensive stop there from Cal U. Able to stop him early and not let him get out to a larger lead than what it is already.
Tim Smith up top looking for a dump off. Goes to Pigra. And I got a one-on-one. Here's Pigram on the race. Foul called as, boy, he took a tumble right into that basket. Oof.
Yeah, took a tumble right down there, right in front of cameraman 3. Cole Miller down there is right on the edge almost. It looked as though his right knee, it looked like it smacked the wall.
Here's Pigram stepping back up to the line here. It's 4 or 5 on the day. It's the second foul on Armani Foster and the first on the team here in this second half. Pigram missed the first one. Toes up on the line looking to go for number 2. Split trip there.
And split trip there. The Vulcans now within 3 of tying this one up.
42-39. It's Pigram in on the defensive end. Almost came away with a steal there. Just a body up. Now it's back up top. Zion Collins in on the defensive effort. Now onto the step. It's Porterfield. Kick out on the outside. And then we come back with Miller. Oh, Miller with the step back shot. Rims in and out. Second chance opportunity stripped right away, but it will stay with IUP. 19 on that shot clock.
Yeah, great defense there from Cal. Able to stick with him. Miller really able to break free, though, from that 1 point. Almost drained that 2-pointer.
Here's the inbound coming up. Down low. It's Miller. Finds himself trapped up around that line. Here's Porterfield. 10 to shoot for the Crimson Hawks. On the cut, they swing it back out. They've been bodying up Porterfield, and he'll let it fly. Missed it.
If he can't score, he may as well let it fly.
Throw it up. You never know what can happen. Now Tim Smith tees up a long ranger of his own. Oh, rims right in and out. Would have been a great look to get this crowd off and running in the second half.
Okay, you're just trying to get something here early in the second half here.
Foul called. Zion Collins is a little upset about that one. He was uptight on Foster, and he'll be picking up a foul.
Yeah, Cal, you're really playing that man-to-man defense that I mentioned there, and right before halftime, just trying to make sure, stick to him as close as possible.
Zion Collins with his second foul of the day and only first on the team here. Just moments into the second half. Miller onto the inside, almost had it stolen away. He's just holding on to that. And back it goes.
Didn't catch the play there, but I'm assuming it was a turnover.
It is a turnover. It goes right back to Cal U. First turnover of the day for Miller. He's held on to the ball quite well. Both teams have done a fabulous job actually holding on to the basketball so far. Only 8 turnovers for IUP and 6 for Cal U. We've seen those numbers a lot higher against other teams. Here's a dash onto the inside, and Collins ends up seated, but a strong 2.
A great
There's
push.
that gap.
A great push there from Collins, able to work down into the paint, and it looked as though that, I didn't know if he was going to be able to get that one through, maybe draw the foul for the N1, but not able to.
Pegram came flying in on the defensive side there, and Foster took a knock, and now he's just kind of palming that face there. That one couldn't have felt good.
Yeah, took the knock there, and almost looked as though maybe a finger caught him up high or something.
Second foul on the day for Pegram. That's the second on the team as well. Re-inbound this to the far side. Still a 1-point lead. Here's Miller on the charge. Missed it.
Really
some bounce to find his way through there.
I was about to say, nice bounce there, but really struggling on the day. I mean, 0 for 6 from the field goal range alone today. So, could be a big factor in this game if he was making those shots.
I have to agree with you on that one. Here's the Vulcans working the perimeter. Luke House dump off to Smith. Goes up against 2. Velvet touch on that. Finds it through.
A great shot there from Tim Smith, able just to pretty much throw that one up just with a little one-hander and put that one away for the 2.
Vulcans back in the lead, 43-42. Over the inside, and there's a foul call. It was Foster on the charge.
And Foster once again working down low and really just the key player of the game so far for IUP.
Tim Smith picks up foul number 2, and that'll be third on the team for Vulcans. Crimson Hawks looking to inbound this one. It's Porterfield. Dump back onto the outside, now far side. Humphreys bodied up by House now. Still working around on the pivot. They kick it back out. Another 3-point chance for them. Offline. Scooped up. Now they push it in transition. Here's Hall on the spin. Stripped. Ends up down here. A little bit slow. And a foul call.
Looks as though there may have been a possible goaltending call there.
It's more concerned as Hall was getting up rather slow off that, kind of flexing that right hand and wrist area.
He took an ugly.
Zion Collins picked up foul number 3. 4th on the team here, and Foster finds himself back at the line. He's 5 of 5, perfect on the day here. Missed that.
May have been a little jinx for you there.
You never know. Still a 1-point lead now. Pegram on the step back shot. Missed everything on that one.
Almost looked as though May got a little tip there.
Now I stepped out of bounds there on that charge forward, and it'll go back to Cal U just a bit too long. And it'll bring us to our first media timeout here. We will go ahead and check out around the league and see what's going on here today. A couple of interesting games going on in the PSAC that we've been keeping our eye on. Of course, UPJ and the Rock, Slippery Rock, just trying to pad their lead as much as they can on that 6th spot. But right now, taking a look at the Rock, they've got a lead at the half right now, 42-37 over UPJ, Noel.
Yeah, the Rock up there over UPJ right now, and it's always a tough place to play up there in the Rock, a smaller arena overall, so really playing well, and be interesting to see the rest of that one.
Edinburgh, the opponent on Saturday for Cal U, is all over Clarion right now, and that one is done.
Yeah.
82-50, rather. That is the women's stats. They haven't been updated yet by Clarion. Still waiting to get those. We'll get those updated and bring you those momentarily. But over on the eastern side, it's the halftime mark. Shippensburg's got 50, Millersville 25.
Yeah, Millersville struggling this year as of late.
And the main one that we've been watching out here, Gannon and Mercyhurst. Mercyhurst overtook Cal U. They're 3rd in the PSAC West right now. And they only have a 2-point lead on Gannon, 35-33. Gannon directly below Cal U at the 5 spot.
Yeah, if you're in this case, I'm assuming at least from my mindset, I would think you would want Mercyhurst to win that one. I don't know about you.
Finally got the stats updated here on the Clarion side of things. They hold a lead over Edinburgh right now, 46-43. Of course, Vulcans will be taking them on Saturday. Live from Edinburgh, you can catch us on CUTV Sports 1, as well as the Vulcan Sports Radio Network from, hopefully, fingers crossed, sunny Edinburgh, PA. Still got a lot of business left to attend to here today. Luke House along the baseline, went for the reverse layup, and that was quite a block there by Porterfield. Palmed that one and sent it straight back down.
Yeah, just sent that one straight down and just pretty much didn't let him do it. Lots of stuff going on here.
In this Hall all alone, up against one, in.
Yeah, great play there by Hall. Pretty much used his body to push the IUP defender out of the way for that too. Thought maybe he was going to slam it at first.
It was a lucky break to be able to catch that and good court vision to pass that the whole way through. Porterfield holds on to this one. Now onto the inside, and back it goes. Offensive foul on IUP.
This game starting to, not going to say rough, but back and forth action here. Lots of different sort of plays happening. Whatever you would want to call it. Chippy, I guess, is the key word.
Sounds like a good word to me. Dave Morris picks up foul number 2. And the second on the team as well.
Second on the team. Calu looking to continue that as IUP really staying out of foul trouble throughout this entire game. Really hasn't sent Calu to the line as much as what may have been anticipated.
Pegram drew a double there shortly. Passed out of it for Luke House. Dangerous shuffle there. Could have seen that going as a travel. Pegram chucks up a long one and rims that one in. Goodness. That had some length on it.
Yeah, all from that first place from House. Not only he traveled it to the pass to Pegram. Pegram always seems to make that key three, and that may have been one of the key threes of the second half.
Just on the last episode of the Danny Sancombe Show, alone from CUTV, there's a shot up from this. Tipped back in by Porterfield. Coach Sancombe was saying in the middle of that program that he is excited with where the program is right now and saying the ceiling is high for this season still. And they're playing like they've got a lot on their mind and they're looking to make a splash here.
Yeah, I mean, season is not done, and
by any means.
You know, any college sport can go like that real quick.
The Luke House shot, good.
As I was saying, any college team can go like that, and so Cal, you can really make a move here, especially with a big win over IUP here.
Could have a large run in store here for Cal U. One to help them really anchor their lead.
This is the largest lead of the game.
Far side up. There's a 3 IUP for Dave Morris.
Was the largest lead.
Still holding on to it though, 51-49. And here's a shot up for Hall. Cans it. Another long ranger in the bank for Cal U. 8 of 20. They're 40% from three-point land.
And Cal, you're really shooting the ball well right now. Back-to-back-to-back three-pointers right here.
Feed down low, stolen. Here's House taking off with this one. Over to the corner for Collins. Cross court, tried to go to Pegram. Intercepted. Now they're racing the other way, looking to cover this one up. And they'll just peel off and let him pop the 2 and tie it back up. Or rather, keep it a lead of 54-51, pardon me.
Looked as though that he was going to try to draw the foul down there for the IUP side.
Travel called, so Crimson Hawks regain possession. Looks like Phil Alexander onto the court for Cal U now.
I don't know who he took off. I guess Brent Pegram. Looks as though.
And Phil Alston checks in as well.
Looks as though that Brent Pegram may be eating some Heinz mustard at the moment.
Oh no, I'll tell you what, by the design of that bottle, that is French's 1000%.
I
know my mustard. The reason why he does that is because he's often believed that the mustard helps prevent him from cramping up. That went all the way back to when he was playing major minutes last season, if you had ever tuned into a broadcast last year. But there's 2 shots up, 2 points I should say, up and good for IUP.
And near to every game, Pegram was sucking down some sort of mustard, it seemed.
Of course, the Vulcans were injury plagued last year. Banged that one in. Collins takes a tumble, slides it off. Injury plagued last year. Ended up only playing with about 7 or 6 players a game. So a lot of these guys, minus the freshmen that you see on the court, and Tim Smith and Luke House. And Alston as well. And a lot of these guys well conditioned, and they know what it takes. They've been at the bottom, and they want to find their way to the top, and they're trying to do just that. There's a lost dribble, and they'll go back to Cal U. That'll bring us to a media timeout. We will take a commercial break. Jumping aside, Cal U in the lead, 56-53. 11:53 left to go in this one. Can they pull off the upset? Stay tuned to find out right here on the PSAC Network and CUTV Sports 1.
Pride and passion drives the Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference. From 55 NCAA championship teams, 294 individual national champs, and counting. Who's next? Make the PSAC yours. PSAC Proud is winning in athletics and in the classroom. Over 3,100 PSAC student athletes are honored as scholar athletes. It's a perfect mix of athletics and academics. It's time to make the PSAC yours.
Welcome back here to the Convocation Center. Nolan, we've got the PSAC West standings up for you right now. Vulcans can benefit from a win here.
Yeah, Vulcans can really benefit from a win. IUP up there at the top, 19-2 overall in the season. Pitt Johnstown right there behind them at 19-5. Mercyhurst right in front of Cal U at 14-7. Cal U's at 15-7. And right below them, Gannon, which are in that tight battle here tonight.
Yeah, Gannon back in the lead over the Lakers here, 39-35. 13 minutes left to go in the second half of that one. With a win here tonight, Cal U can scoot back up into the third spot. So a lot of basketball left to be played in both games here and up in Erie as well. Luke House for a 3 opportunity off the side.
Yeah, lots of threes being shot here near this half, the second half.
Kick over to Porterfield. Now they work the perimeter. Good spacing here onto the inside. Humphreys threw it down. On the rise and pots it. Close range.
Humphreys throws that down. And I didn't catch Malik Miller earlier scoring his first 2 points, but maybe that assist may get him going a little bit more for IUP.
Still a 1-point lead for your Vulcans. Pegram onto the outside for Alexander, and these cross-court passes keep getting stolen away, and there's another one up on the block. Alexander went tough.
A tough pass there. Not much Phil Alexander could have done about that one.
Third on Alexander and the 5th on the team. One set to come in for Cal U here after this free throw. First one finds its way through. Only the 3rd point so far for Malik Miller. Was held scoreless in the first half.
Yeah, really. Cal U was really able to shut him down. Hopefully won't still be able to shut him down a good bit here in the second half.
Missed the second one off the back. Snatched down by Hall, and now Cal U can attack once again. Game all square, 56 apiece. And take a look at that. Another chance for a 3-point play on the way.
Another chance once again. Great move there by Brent Pegram. Able to draw the foul and just work down low, throw that one up, and get the 2 and 1.
One shot on the way for Brent Pegram. Could swing the tide back towards Cal U as he's 5 of 7 on the day. Got it. Vulcans back in the lead. It's been a back and forth affair.
Yeah, back and forth affair. Really going to be looking here in the final 10 minutes for some key players to step up, try to secure this win.
Onto the inside. Thrown up off the glass, punched second chance. Collins with the rebound. Pegram on the carry now, slowing things down. Last win for Cal U against IUP was all the way back in the year 2014 at IUP. It was a 59-56 win.
Yeah, quite a long time, and it's almost been that long since Cal U has made the PSAC playoffs as well, which finally have a berth in that one this year. So could be the year, could be the time for Cal U to start to take over IUP.
Malik Miller with his third foul. It sent House to the line. He's good on number 1. House shoots a clean 78% on the year. Second one pending. That one's good as well. One set to check in for IUP. Shawndale Jones. Zion Collins in on the defensive end, able to pass their way out of it. Now Porterfield controls. Poked up high, stolen by Pegram.
A great poke there from Collins, able to get that out of Porterfield's hands. Pegram with the grab there. So the Vulcans trying to continue this lead here.
We really haven't seen too many turnovers in this game. Both teams have been playing very well. That one's missed. Brought down by IUP. Really, both teams have been held onto the ball quite well. Both had single-digit turnovers at the half, and that's really all you can ask for. There's a 3 for IUP. That one's good.
Yeah, single-digit turnovers at the half, but since then really been quiet as well. Just kind of back and forth. Lots of scoring now.
Luke House to the outside. Now back around they go. Ends up with Zion Collins. Collins taking his one-on-one. Now he'll pull up for a shot. Missed it to the right.
And from our angle here, Kyle, it looked as though that was going to be good. He just missed wide right.
Crimson Hawks take a little bit of air out of the basketball here. Now they charge to the inside. Hop, skip, and a jump. Went for the putback. Porterfield batted away. House chases it down. Onto the outside, here's Hall, traverses the baseline, knocked out, and it will go back to the Crimson Hawks. Phil Alexander back onto the floor here for Cal U.
Jermaine Hall taking a seat once again, but really been up and down throughout this game. Hit some clutch shots and then kind of quieted down for a little bit, so be interesting to see if he comes back in within the final 8 minutes.
Humphreys pass over to the corner here for Morris. Morris went to slide it out, and play stopped here as a foul is going to be registered on someone. I believe it's Pegram picking one up.
Yeah, that's his third foul here already.
Can't have him pick up any more. You want to have a chance to hold on to this ball game. You want him on the floor.
It looks as though that he may be laughing at whatever the foul may have been.
Inbound thrown up right off the glass. Good for Miller. All square once again, Noah.
All square once again. Just seems as though just going back and forth. I mean, it's only been tied 3 times, but doesn't seem like that at all.
For a fan of either team, you've had to enjoy how this game has gone so far. Brent up top. Catches the screen from Alexander. Thought about the roll. 3 to shoot. Needs something. Dump off inside. Alexander's got it, and he ended up holding on to it for too long, and they will go ahead and call that one off. Just ran out of time there. Unfortunate circumstance. Nolan, let's check out the rest of Cal U's schedule as we hit the media timeout.
Yeah, the rest of Cal U's schedule at Saturday at Edinburgh at 3 p.m. And then next Wednesday, I believe that is, back home here, 7:30 against Seton Hill. And then pretty much end up on the road against Clarion and then Mercyhurst. And then on the 29th, finishing off things here on senior night against Gannon. And that's the rest of the schedule, other than playoffs then, wherever that may be held.
Plenty of great games left on the ledger, so make sure you join us as this regular season starts to ramp up here. Hard to believe. Felt like just yesterday that this got underway, but 6 games left.
There's 6 games left. A lot of movement can happen within 6 games. I mean, you see it in any sort of sports. It's not just basketball, so Cal, you could easily jump up there or easily fall also. Continuing the success of this team is going to be key for these final 6 games.
Out to break huddle here for both sides. So many ties we've seen so far, just sitting at 61. 7.5 minutes left. Cal, you can find a way to pull this one off. They'll break a long, long streak.
And other than Mercyhurst on the rest of the schedule, everybody that they play will be below them in the standings, so could be some big wins there to help them out.
A couple of teams below the 500 mark. Edinburgh on the schedule, Seton Hill on the schedule, Clarion as well.
Interesting choice of a shot there, trying to go for the dunk. And now it's tied.
Zion Collins ends up traveling here and turn it right back over again.
Turnovers starting to accumulate here now as Cal's up to 13 turnovers on the day. Zion Collins, that's his 3rd turnover as well.
Top shot. In they go, rather. Right along, rolls it over the top of the rim and in.
Well, once again, IUP able to fight back and take the lead here. So Cal looking for some sort of answer.
It's Morris. He's got 9. Here's Pegram able to charge inside. Missed it. Rebound, Crimson Hawks. Normally converts at a high percentage there on that one. Shot won't count.
Yes, there's another foul there. Cal, you've been scoreless the last 3.5 minutes.
Coach Shankum chatting up here big time. 1 set to come in.
Porterfield will come in for, see who is coming
Tim
in
Smith
for.
ended up picking up foul number 3. That's the 7th on the team. Two shots on the way here for Morris. Pending the first, which he did get. Porterfield checks back into the ball game for Cal U. The first one on the day actually made for Morris. He shoots 83.3% from the line. Got both.
And Morris trying to set this one away now. A 4-point lead here for IUP.
Starting to get into crunch time here, Nolan. This is where if you're Cal U, you need to buckle down and make some smart shots to keep yourself in this one.
And making smart shots, and now it's 2 trying to get back on the board as well. Close to just about 4 minutes here without a point, so really been struggling as of late.
Dave Morris picks up foul number 3, and that's 5th on the Crimson Hawks. Collins set to inbound this one. Goes directly to Jermaine Hall. Now here's Pegram. Sticking close with this one, 10 to shoot. Pulls off, shot, missed off the front. Tim Smith had it and ended up getting a foul on the floor called here as Smith was trying to chase down that board.
Yeah, it looked as though that Dave Morris almost an over the back foul, or, pulling him down as that's his 4th already.
6th on the team. So they'll reset once again. Looks like we'll see Morris find his way off the court here. It's Shondale Jones replacing him. Pegram still searching. Here's House off the roll. Off the glass and good.
Great play there by Luke House, able to pretty much do a full-out circle, come back in the middle and put that one up as time was running out to get that ball out.
2-point lead for these Crimson Hawks as time continues to tick away. 5 minutes and some change left to go in this one. Quite a hop there, looking for a travel, but either way, it's Collins He ends up taking a smack there from Porterfield.
Yeah, interesting.
Surprised. He really tried to wrap him up. I thought maybe he just let him go and poke it loose, but wrapped him up.
Yeah, really wrapped him up there. And even down here on our side of the court, I thought that was a travel as well. It looked as though that he jumped in the air and did like a 360.
Yep. I agree.
I'm sure we have the replay of that somewhere.
Porterfield picks up foul number 2. That's 7th on the team, sending Collins back to the line. 3 of 4 on the evening for Zion Collins. First one up and good. They tie it up if he makes this one. And it had been quite some time here, Nolan, but these cardiac kids of this season for Cal U men's basketball might make their way back here as he misses the second.
And never say never, especially with this team. We saw what they did against Slippery Rock whenever they made that near the half-court shot for Brent Pegram.
There was a solid about 2 weeks where I was just on the edge of my seat constantly every game. Between the Millersville multiple overtime victories, the almost buzzer beater Westchester. Here's a 3-shot can. But we're stopped quickly. Collins ended up taking a tumble. This one, they will count this one.
I didn't see exactly what happened there. I just saw that Collins on the ground, so it must have been after he made the shot.
Shondale Jones ends up picking up a foul here. Number 2 for him. And that's 8th on the team, but it'll send Zion Collins to the opposite end to shoot here. Just had 2 earlier and missed it. Chased down by House. Now Pegram steps into a shot off the front. House has it again. Onto the outside now. Here's another chance for Pegram. Everyone wants it, can't get it. Now on to the opposite side. It's Jones controlling this one.
And usually you don't see back-to-back misses from Brent Pegram that often.
We're a couple baskets away from the place here having its roof blown off if it goes for Cal U. Jones on the outside. Back to the top. Foster in a one-on-one. Foster went for that one. Blocked away by Collins. They save it, however. 1 on the shot clock. Forced to throw it up. Rims out. They get their own rebound. Humphreys rolls it back outside.
Cal U without a player at the moment. Zion Collins cramping.
Yeah, cramping a little bit and trying to walk that one off. They ended up fouling there. Jermaine Hall picks up number 2, and that's 8th on the team. Alexander will check in for Collins. They'll go roll him out.
I was wondering where the one Cal U player was. I only noticed 4 down there on the court.
First shot is good for Shondale Jones. He's now 2 of 3. Time not Cal U's friend at this point. Could be down 6 after this, and they are. Still a 2-possession game, but slimmer and slimmer the margin gets for error.
I mean, 1 big 3 can get you back within 3, and especially being in the bonus now, any foul they take, you get sent to the line.
Pegram charges inside and throws that one up and missed it. Now the other way, it's Humphreys along, missed it. Tim Smith grabs it. IUP looking for a foul, not getting anything.
A big block there by Jermaine Hall. Cal U trying to get something going here late.
Coach Sancombe will call a timeout. And it'll bring us to a media timeout as well. IUP 70, Cal U 64, 3:52 left to go in this one. Can Cal U find a way to win this one here at home and upset IUP? Stay tuned to find out right here on the PSAC Network and CUTV Sports 1.
Awkward. I'm the awkward silence. You try to avoid me, then there I am again.
But an awkward silence can be a great thing.
Like Kelly here is about to demonstrate.
You haven't really been yourself lately. Are you okay?
Find out how you can help a friend with their mental health at seizetheawkward.org.
Back to the Convocation Center. Cal U trailing 70-64. Need to find something and get rolling quickly here if they want to snap this long drought against the Crimson Hawks here at home today.
Yeah, looking for something here late for the Vulcans.
Running out of time.
Yeah, a minute and 45 without a point. Seems like a lot longer though, just back-to-back shots, not finding the hoop or shots getting blocked here late.
Playing it much closer than the second half of the first matchup between the two. They've got an opportunity before them. They can clutch up on both sides of the ball. Anything's possible. Luke House on the charge along the baseline kick out to Tim Smith in the corner for a three. Got it!
And big three there from Tim Smith. And for Cal U, that's what you needed here, down by 3 now.
That's just one part of the formula here. Convo Center looking for them to clutch it up. It is loud in here. On the outside for a Porterfield three. Got it.
Yeah, back-to-back
Porterfield, the
three.
6'8" player, letting it go just like a guard.
Yeah, just letting that go like it was nothing here in Cal U. Looking for another answer back here.
Pegram holds on. Here's House down low in the paint, cutting onto the inside. Foul called as Collins dashed forward, rather Hall dashed forward with that one. And another media timeout here. We'll hang out with you. 2:53 left to go. Nolan, it's getting close, but once again, we'll just talk about this Cal U schedule here and see some of these remaining games that we got. Of course, Edinburgh on Saturday, 1 and 3 p.m. You can join us on CUTV Sports 1 for that one from the Borough.
Yeah, up there should be a great game. Once again, always good travel up to Erie, but after that, then they come back home against Seton Hill, and then it's a road trip once again on the 22nd against Clarion, at Clarion.
Two straight on the road. You got Clarion and then Mercyhurst as
yeah,
well.
back to back, and then home on the 29th against Gannon for the senior night.
Rare game on the 29th of February.
Yeah, leap year.
Leap year.
Don't always say that all the time.
PSAC taking advantage of it. I wonder, keep that in the back of your mind. Maybe that'll be our trivia question. I'll have our friends at Sports Information track down how many games have been played on the leap year. And we'll see what Cal U's record is on the leap year.
That would be interesting. Because what, leap year happens every 4 years?
That I couldn't tell you.
Okay then.
I know a lot of things, but that's not one of the things that I know. But do have an upset alert going on here in the PSAC West. Slippery Rock leading UPJ. 6.5 minutes left to go. 67-62. Rock on top.
Wow. Crazy to see there.
Did some leap year research. What do you have?
Almost every 4 years it happens. So last time would have been 2016.
Huh. Interesting.
Learn something new every day.
That you do. Alexander with a shot rimmed out. Crimson Hawks in control of this one. On the outside, it's Humphreys. He dumps back off now and ends back up with Chucky. And they'll call a travel, so a lucky break here. Ball goes back to Cal U with 2:36 left to go.
2:36 left here to go. Cal U looking for a 3 or any sort of points here late as crowd trying to get on their side.
A lot of people standing here from the Convo Center looking to try to will their hometown team to a big, big victory. Luke House off the rotation, has his three blocked. Saved, however, now it's punched up again. Still punched around. IUP pulls it down.
A little bit of an ugly play there.
Starting to shake here. He stands. Onto the top. Here they charge inside. Kick back out for Porterfield. 3-point chance. Off the back. IUP with the rebound. They hold on again. Here they charge. Now swung back out an attempt, but the ball goes back to Cal U on another travel. And one of these points, you have to make the Crimson Hawks pay here on one of those, Nolan.
Yeah.
Late in this one?
Back-to-back plays here that they haven't made any points and mistakes, honestly, by them. Cal U's looking for something here.
Vulcans call a timeout.
And a little something for that leap year question. 4 years ago, Cal did not have a game on leap year.
Excellent work, Nolan.
So, 0-0 at least 4 years ago. You're listening in and wondering.
A lot of people probably thinking about that too. But Nolan, right now, you played basketball, so I mean, if you're in the huddle right now, what do you think's getting drawn up? Cal U needs a couple of points to try to get themselves back close here.
You know, I think it's honestly just trying to work out a play that, you know, you still have 1:45 left, so you don't exactly need a three-pointer right this second, but if you can get it, you need to get it as soon as possible, so you're trying to give it to one of your best three-point shooters, so Brent Pegram, Luke House, even maybe, I mean, any of the players out on the court right now can easily hit a three with just the way this Cal U team is, and then they make that three, you need a big defensive stop.
They're gearing up for it as they brought Zion Collins back in. They saved some time off the roll. Let's see, this is still a young team that they're just trying to learn how to win. Pegram on the step back, he's blocked.
It seems as though every opportunity Cal U gets seems as though it's been blocked here.
Now IUP will just try to take as much air out of the ball as they can here. I don't think they're going to attempt the foul game yet here. Holding on. Now Pegram in a one-on-one. Thrown out. No. Porterfield chases it down. They're looking for a travel. Not getting it. 3 on the shot clock. 2. Forced to just chuck it up there. Missed it. Who's going to grab it? Ends up with Hall. They'll call a travel as he was falling down trying to gain possession, and it will stay with IUP.
And once again, you know, Jermaine Hall just trying to jump on it there to grab it. And fans and Coach Hincombe both not happy once again with the call.
IUP looking for the inbound. They go long. Now they're going to start slapping the tag on here with 1:01 left to go.
At this rate, you almost have to. Just with, they would have waited at 30 seconds, we would have been down to 30 seconds, so not much time left here now.
Not the most ideal scoreless streak for Cal U as they've been off the board for nearly 2.5 minutes. Both teams struggling to put it away, but just IUP able to hold on. Chucky Humphreys on the 1-1. He missed it. House has it. So that's definitely a benefit there as we're under a minute.
Yeah, that's how you wanted to foul if you're a Cal.
Need to find an open shot as House ends up getting bumped here. I don't think they're going to say he was in the act of shooting, so it should be on the floor. And there'll be 2 shots. Humphreys picks up foul number 3, and that's 10th on the team here. So 2 shots on the way for House as they went awry on the closeout. First up for Luke House. Out. Next one on the way here for House. Shawndale Jones jumping back into the ball game. Next one for House. Rimmed out. Now they're going to try to slap the tag on once again, and they will. I would venture to say that one almost wrapped this one up here.
Yeah, I mean, out of that free throw there, you almost need to make 1, if not 2, out of the 3. I believe they gave him 3 shots there, and saying that you didn't get 1 point out of them, that one's always the tough one to deal with.
Shot up from the line, that one is good. It's a team that is shooting relatively well. They're 68% from the charity stripe so far as Morris made that one. The next one is good as well. 75-67. Here's Pegram, just threw it up as he was blocked off on that one, looking for a foul. I'm surprised they didn't get anything for it. He was in the motion of shooting.
Interesting play there. Figured they would have called the foul, but the ref apparently is not having any of it, I guess.
Luke House ended up having to slap the tag down, and he has foul number 4. I'll send Jones up to the line here. Good on the first. Just icing on the cake here with 76-67. Next one is on the way. 2 good on that trip. Now a 10-point lead for IUP. Here's Pegram straight up on the drive, threw it up, nothing going. It's Hall on the inside with the shot, put it in. And one more chance on the way here for Jermaine Hall.
Caillou just trying to throw anything up at this point, trying to get fouled right now.
One on the way for Hall. There's 30 seconds left to go. The margin very slim at this point. You would venture to say that Crimson Hawks may have this one in the bag. And that free throw rolls in for Hall. Now they bring everybody up close on this one. Pegram still bodying up on this one, and now they'll call the foul as it's down to 28 seconds.
Yeah, I thought as though Cal may have had that trap there, but got Tim Smith to go the one way and they looked the other way. So able to make that one work out.
Shaundale Jones is 5 of 6 tonight from the stripe, and he sets up for another day at the office here. Got it. Next one is on the way. Lines it up with care. Got it. 9-point lead. Now they'll let it go, trying to save as much time as they can. Pegram onto the outside, swung, threw it inside, and it was turned over. Luke House tried to slap the tag down. Now they'll just dribble it out, and I believe they will just go ahead and let them run the clock out here. That'll be a big win for IUP. They continue to show why they're one of the best teams in the country. Good teams find ways to win when they're faced with adversity, and that's just exactly what they did here today. As the clock runs itself down to 0, and the Crimson Hawks win it 79-70. Nolan.
Yeah, tough loss there from Caillou. Thought maybe they would have had something there late, as Caillou really made a push and had the lead for a good bit of the second half. Back and forth action, but IUP just came through, and as he said, you can see why they're one of the top teams in the PSAC and within the region.
Pushes the loss streak for Caillou against the Crimson Hawks to 13 in a row. Last win coming against them in the year 2014. It was a great effort all around. Caillou played it tough. They were hanging around for quite some time. That'll bring us to the end of our coverage here. Don't forget, next basketball action coming up on Saturday from the Borough, 1 and 3 p.m. Caillou and the Fighting Scots going at it from Edinburgh, PA. Should be an exciting one. Make sure you join us on the Vulcan Sports Radio Network or here on CTV Sports 1. Want to thank everybody who came out on crew today. Did a great job. Plenty of people helping out. And Director Gary Smith, as always, for my color analyst, Nolan Beislein, I am Colin Kirkwood. Good night, California. We'll see you again soon.